Okay, Quaquaval is one of the most powerful Pokemon in the UU tier right now. This video is going to show you exactly why. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle. Today we're battling versus Quaquaval in the UU tier from the Discord server. Go ahead and join the Discord server. It's the best place to go for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battles right now. There is a link in the description down below. I've also noticed that only 36% of people watching the video are actually subscribed. So if you think you subscribed, just double check because you might have been unsubscribed by YouTube. It happens. And if you're not subscribed in the first place, why not subscribe? It's free, helps me out, and I really appreciate it. Anyway, with that being said, let's jump to the team preview. Okay, Quaquaval has brought some fire. They've got a Sandy Shock, Scizor, Gengar, Quaquaval, Lycanroc, Dusk, and a Hawlucha. Pretty powerful looking team. Quaquaval is a big threat. Once it gets going, it's very hard to stop, and we do not have the best Pokemon for that. I feel like they lead off with something like Sandy Shocks or the Lycanroc Dusk, so I kind of want to lead off with Scizor, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Quaquaval, again, like I said, it's going to be very difficult to deal with, but I think if we play around with Screamtail a little bit, we might be golden. If we can get a paralysis off on it, that'd be great. Paralysis on the whole team looks good, to be honest with you. And the battle begins. So Quaquaval's going to lead off with Samba Bamba, the Quaquaval, as we lead off with our Scizor. So this is not a bad matchup necessarily. I think I'd definitely go for a U-turn here just to get some chip damage off on this thing and get a free switch in with Screamtail so we can get a paralysis off. I think that's the best thing to do. They go straight for an Aqua Step. They're not playing around. Does a good third of our health, boosts their speed, as now we go for a U-turn, get some chip damage off on them. So there we go, chip damage galore. Let's see how we can do this. So if we can get rid of the Quaquaval early on, that's going to be amazing. Absolutely amazing. So I think I go Screamtail here. I think I'd definitely go Screamtail here. So we're going to Pigglyjuff over here. There we go. I know full and well we can take a Aqua Step no problem from this thing. We are bulky. We are very bulky. I'm going to go for a Thunder Wave just to try and cripple this thing. They do withdraw, unfortunately for us, as they're going to go into their Sandy Shock. So Sandy Shock is a good shout here. Electric type and all that is immune to Thunder Wave, so they were clearly scouting for the Thunder Wave there. Great play on my opponent's behalf. I see Defog on the Scizor potentially, or the Hawlucha. But I'm going to set up my light screen anyway because I feel like that's a good play. Let's go for the light screen. There we go. We outspeed because we're max speed. And Screamtail is surprisingly fast. It's surprisingly fast for a fat little thing that it is. So, spikes are up, which is actually kind of a decent thing because it means they're not going to want to defog away our screens because they'll defog away their spikes. So I'm going to go for that Reflect real quick. There we go. Go for the Reflect. Lovely jubbly. Just as we like it to be. They go for an Earth Power. We're going to eat that though. Oh, yeah, we eat that like it's nothing. Like it's nothing. Absolutely nothing to us. Nothing at all. So, they probably go for a nice and powerful Volt Switch here. So I'm going to go for that Dazzling Gleam. Just to get some damage off on the Sandy Shocks. I think that's probably the best thing to do. As they do, in fact, go for the Volt Switch here. So there we go. Volt Switch comes through. It does minimal damage to us. As now they probably bring in the Scizor or the Gengar. I would say the Scizor because Scizor doesn't mind being paralyzed if we decided to go for it. So it goes to a Boogie Buggets, which is, of course, the Scizor. They probably go for a U-turn here, but we're going to have to go into our Scizor anyway. So I'm going to have to go into Scizor. I'm just going to have to. So there we go. Withdraw Pigglyjuff real quick. And we're going to go into our Scizor real quick because Scizor can take any hit this thing wants to throw at us. Outside of a crit close combat, of course. We get hurt by some spikes, which is unfortunate, but what can you do? As they actually make a hard switch and they decide to go into their Sandy Shocks again. So that's not a bad play by them. However, we get to go for a U-turn now because we can definitely eat up any hits this thing wants to throw at us. They go for a Spikes, which is absolutely fair enough. Spikes is a fair play. As we just go ahead and go for a U-turn and get some nice chip damage off on this Sandy Shock. So there we go. Some nice damage off. Nice damage off. So what we can actually do now is we can go into Donphan. And the reason I'm going Donphan here is because Donphan A baits in the Gengar. They probably expect an Ice Shot or a Rapid Spin here. So they might go into the Gengar. I'm actually tempted to just go straight for the Ice Shard regardless. I think that's probably the right play. Or do we go for the EQ? We can take any hit this thing wants to throw at us. They probably switch out, right? Probably into the Quaquaval, right? So let's go for the EQ. Let's go for the EQ. So they do withdraw the Sandy Shocks, of course. They're not going to stay in and go for an Earthquake because they'll, or Earth Power, sorry, because they'll lose it. They're going to go into Mrs. G, which is the Gengar, which is perfect because we go for the EQ. We baited them. We so baited the spin block. They really wanted to try and spin block us right there. And we got him. We got him good. We got him good. The Gengar is down. We are golden right now. In comes Samba Bamba, which is the Quaquaval. Now, the only thing I can think to do here is, while the Reflect is up anyway, is go into Scream Tail and try and paralyze this thing with the Thunder Wave. That's all I can really think to do. So... Could Tera Water? Do I need Tera for anything else? I don't think I do I? I really don't think I do. I think I go Scream Tail here. I think I'd definitely go Scream Tail here. Scream Tail can come in and go for a Thunder Wave if we really want to. And if they go into Sandy Shocks, we can just kind of go for a Dazzling Gleam and take it out. So let's get hurt by some spikes real quick, and then we'll see what they're going to do. They go for a Swords Dance. That is terrifying. That is terrifying. So, Thunder Wave it's going to have to be. We do outspeed. We do outspeed. It's just whether we can hit the Thunder Wave or not. So they withdraw Samba Bamba. What are they going to go into, though? Sandy Shocks? Sandy Shocks comes in. So Sandy Shocks comes in. Definitely able to take a Thunder Wave thanks to his electric typing. As is one of our screens going to wear off? Yeah, Light Screen wears off this turn. So Light Screen wears off. We definitely go for the Light Screen again. We want to get that up on our side of the field. So Light Screen comes through. There we go. Light Screen comes through. As they go for a Volt Switch, and that's going to be able to do minimal damage to us. But it gives them a free switch into their Scizor, and Reflect is going to wear off this next turn. So we have to be extremely careful with what we do next. So in comes Boogie Boogert, which is, of course, the Scizor. We have to be very careful. Reflect has worn off. We have nothing to switch in, really, other than our Scizor of our own. Scizor, I'm pretty sure, dies to Accelerock from Nike Rock Dusk. Bullet Punch won't KO the Holucha. Quaquaval doesn't get KO'd and it gets KO'd, and in return it gets a Moxie boost. Sandy Shocks gets to KO us as well. Scream Tail could still be used. But then again, we've got the Donphan in the back. We've got the Donphan in the back. We can just go into Donphan. I completely forgot about Donphan. Donphan's just chilling there like, hey, switch me in. So we go Donphan. There we go, Donphan comes in. We're going to get hit by some spikes, which is unfortunate, as they are going to Tera, which is great, because Scizor typically either Tera Fire or Tera Steel. And they Tera Steel. Tera Steel's great, because it means they're now weak to Earthquake. However, I believe Bullet Punch from this thing is a 2-hit KO, depending on the set that it is. So let's see what kind of damage output this thing has. So they go for the Bullet Punch. Is it going to KO us? Doesn't KO us. But we do get some Rocky Helmet Chip, which is great. Absolutely perfect. So we go for a Rapid Spin here. 100% go for the Rapid Spin, just in case they didn't Bullet Punch or they went for a U-turn. They go for the Bullet Punch. That's going to KO us, of course. As unfortunately now, that means Typhlosion's firepower has been severely crippled, because obviously Scizor is a big threat. So what we could do is we could go Typhlosion, go for that Flamethrower. I think Flamethrower 2-hit KOs everything on the team. So I think that's our only option, really. So we're going to have to go Flamethrower. Because we can't spam Eruption when we've got low HP. Spikes, to be fair, it's only 2 layers of spikes. We could go for Eruption. But I feel like they stay in here and go for a Bullet Punch, so I'm going to go for the Flamethrower. They do withdraw. What they're going to go into is take Flamethrower, though. That's the real question. The real question. So they go Sandy Shocks. Sandy Shocks is a respectable play because it's obviously going to go down. It's just a sack play. So down it goes to the Typhlosion. Tera Steel Scizor. That's the set I'm running as well. I'm running Punching Glove, though. I wonder what item they're running. I wonder if they're running Punching Glove as well. So in comes Samba Bamba. Samba Bamba comes in. We're going to save our Tera with our Typhlosion. I think the play here is to sack Scizor, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're going to have to sack something. I know it's going to get a Moxie boost, but listen. It has to be done. Has to be done. So we're going to get hit by some spikes. They're going to go for an Aqua Step, which is, of course, going to do enough damage to KO Crimson over there. Gets a critical hit, which I don't think matters. They get the speed boost. They get the Moxie boost. What do we do in this situation? What do we do in this situation? That's the real question. What do we do in this situation? So, there's no point Tera... I think the best play we can go for is to Tera with Typhlosion into Tera Grass, but they'll probably see that coming and go for Close Combat, because Close Combat should KO anyway. I think our most safest, most wildest play is Tyranitar. I think. I think Tyranitar's the play. So we'll go Tyranitar. We'll go Tyranitar. We're hurt by the spikes, of course. We get the Sand Stream up, which is going to be great. We definitely Tera Flying here. They could easily go for an Ice Spinner. I kind of want to go for an Earthquake, but I kind of want to go for a Dragon Dance. But I don't think we naturally outspeed, so there's no point going for the Dragon Dance because they're going to outspeed us the next turn thanks to their Aqua Step they received earlier. So I'm going to go for the Tera Earthquake and hope for the best. It's pretty much the only play I can think of that makes sense. And I've got to hope that they don't have Ice Spinner. I really got to hope they don't have Ice Spinners. Quaquaval is a very big threat. Quaquaval is a very big threat, okay? Very, very big threat. So we Tera into a Tera Flying. Let's see if this works for us. They go for the Ice Spinner, expecting the Tera Flying. And they nearly get the KO as we go for an EQ now. Is that going to be enough to take it down? No. No, it's not. No, it is not. So, the unfortunate part about this is that they get to put the nail in the coffin right now. They get to put the nail in the coffin. They get to get another Aqua Step off. So Greninja, its sash is broken by the spikes. I guess we just go for a Crunch on the off chance they don't attack us. They go for an Aqua Step. That's obviously going to finish us off. It's going to give them a speed boost, and then the Moxie boost is going to kick in. So Quaquaval proving to be a extremely large threat in the UU tier right now. I wish I had Scizor still. I just wish I had Scizor still. So they're going to get to +2, which is really unfortunate. Good play on their behalf, predicting that. But we've got a saving grace. We have the mighty Screamtail here. So I'm pretty sure with the health they've got, they go down to Sandstorm this turn. And that's what we got to kind of bank on right now. So we go for the Reflect just in case they don't get attack us or something. But they do attack us. They're going to go for the Aqua Step. It's going to take us out, of course. It's going to give them a speed boost and a Moxie boost. So hopefully Sandstorm takes them out this turn. Hopefully Sandstorm takes them out this turn. I'm pretty sure it does, right? Or it leaves them on the sliver of HP. It leaves them on a sliver of HP. Live Screen wears off. So the question is, who's the best Pokemon for the job right now? I think Greninja's our best bet, right? I think Greninja's our best bet. So we have to go into Typhlosion right now. We have to let the Sandstorm take out the Quaquaval. So we have to leave it for Greninja in the back. This is the only way we can pull this back. So I'm going to go for that Eruption just in case, like I said, just in case they don't attack us or they misclick and go for Ice Spinner. They obviously go for the Aqua Step. They're going to get that boost real quick. They're going to get a Moxie boost, but the Sandstorm is going to pick them off, so that's great. So Moxie is going to come through. It's a terrifying scene. It's a terrifying scene, but the Sandstorm does pick them off. So now it all comes down to Greninja. Greninja's final stand. They've got a Lycanroc, they've got a Hawlucha, and they've got a Scizor. Hydro Pump is our best option. So they go into the Chiquita, which is going to be the nice and powerful Lycanroc. We get some spikes damage, which is unfortunate. I feel like they're going to be Sash. So I'm going to go for the Hydro Pump anyway, just on the off chance that they go for an Accelerock right now or something along those lines. But I'm pretty sure they just take us out with close combat. Hydro Pump comes through. Are we going to miss? Watch us miss. Watch us miss. Just add insult to injury. They avoided the attack. They go for the Swords Dance. Oh, no. Oh no, Swords Dance comes through. That's just terrifying. Sandstorm's going to subside. We go for another Hydro Pump here. They might go for an Accelerock. I think they do. They do go for an Accelerock, which is going to take out Greninja, and that's going to be the game. So, unfortunately, Quaquaval dominated us a bit there. Really dominated us. What can you do in those situations? I guess I could have kept Scizor around. If I kept Scizor around, that would have been much better, but GG Kafkafoon anyway, really fun game, really enjoyed the battle. Thank you for battling me. Thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.